Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of CampusCare EdTalks. EdTalks is a platform where educators and leaders come on board and express their viewpoints related to education and society. A topic for the discussion is: should soft skills be taught at schools? And to express her viewpoints on the same, we have with us Dr. Preeti Shrimal ma'am, Principal of Billabong High International School, Vadodara. A very warm welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much, and it's a pleasure to be here to share and to express my views on the entire Ed Talks. It's always a very, very enriching experience. Thank you once again for inviting me. It's
Thank you
always a
so much.
pleasure to be here.
It's an honor to have you here, ma'am. So let's start off with the session, ma'am, shall we?
Yes, sure.
So, ma'am, when we, the topic is should soft skills be taught in schools or not? So, what are actually soft skills? What skills are, what skills do we count under soft skills? And why do you think that they are important for students?
So, soft skills is a word which has been used, overused, and is actually a part of the language of the workplace of the schools. And everywhere that we go, there's a demand apart from the hard skills to empower the children with soft skills. Now, in a simple line, if I can explain what soft skills are, they're essentially people skills. They are the non-technical, the intangible skills which cannot be touched or which cannot be quantified, and they are personality specific skills. They actually are attributes of a person's personality, a person's personal traits. It's also all about a facility with language. It's also about how friendly you are, how positive you are in terms of your approach, in terms of your aptitudes. Here I would like to share a very, very famous quote by Charles Darwin. He said that it is not the strongest or the most intelligent who will survive, but those who can best manage change. And this very aptly describes soft skills. What we need today in a world which is so interdependent, in a world where we are connected, so closely and deeply connected, we need to be able to have that special skill which will differentiate us from the hard skills, from our degrees, from our professional qualifications, that extra edge which is my own asset, which is something wherein I'm able to impress the world, which shows that yes, I am able to apply what I have learned. So soft skills, to put in a single word, are skills which are required to make a child future ready and to succeed in the workplace, and of course to be able to make a mark on their own. So these are skills which are, like I said, if I can list a few skills in terms of soft skills and why they are extremely important in a school. First, I just list out a few skills. These are skills of collaboration, communication. They are skills of empathy. They are skills of the power of listening. These are skills which are imbibed in leadership attributes. These are teamwork skills. These are time management skills, stress management skills, and these are skills which are also related to your emotional tangent, your emotional quotient. So skills which are a part of our personality, which reflect what kind of a human being I am, which showcases how do I interact, how do I behave when I am in a group, when I'm an individual, when I'm assigned some kind of a responsibility. How is my response to it? Am I a good listener? Am I able to listen, and am I able to adapt to different kinds of suggestions? Am I able to pay heed to them and then work upon improving myself? So there is a whole lot of skills, a whole lot of responses, a whole lot of attributes when we talk of soft skills. So these are skills which are very, very important in a school, because we have to imbibe them, nurture them, and groom our students from the very primary grades. Because soft skills they cannot be taught; they have to be caught, and we have to role model those skills. So in the school curriculum, most of the time soft skills are embedded as an implicit part of the learning program. So I would say that soft skills are more important than hard skills, more important than your degrees, your competencies, because they reflect who you are. And that is what is required. You as a unique human being with your own special traits, your own special qualities, to be able to survive in the workplace of the future, and also to be successful as an employee, as a student, and of course as a future citizen.
Thank you so much, Preeti ma'am. Very beautifully explained what soft skills really are. So, moving forward, ma'am, how are these, skills important for students?
So there are a few skills which are extremely important, which play a very vital role, not just for the preparing a child for the future, but also in the life of a student's graph or learning program in a school. So when I talk of communication, this is a very important skill. A child should be able to express himself or herself. A child should be able to share his or her views and ideas, and this is done through the various projects which are given to the children. When we say that he does not respond in a class, probably there's a sense of the confidence of a child is at some way at a lower esteem, where he's not able to share his ideas. So this is a very important skill to teach a student communication skills.
Yeah.
The second is to teach a child how to collaborate. Collaborative skills are very, very important, because when we talk of collaboration, we talk of teamwork, and everything in school is all about teamwork. To be able to get along with your classmate, to be able to do collaborative projects, because nobody is going to live in isolation. We do not live in silos anymore. We have to collaborate. We have to learn from each other, and we have to share our skills. And then, of course, learn from the others' competencies. The third most important skill for me, in terms of embedding it in the school curriculum, is time management, because time is of essence. We have to teach a child that time is valuable. You need to complete a given project within the specific time which you have. You need to be able to ensure that you have all your resources in place, so that you're able to successfully complete your work. Whether it is writing an exam, the child may have a lot of knowledge. We often hear students saying, "Oh, ma'am, I knew all the answers, but I could just not finish my paper." So that's a very important skill. Again, stress management. "Ma'am, I knew all the answers, and the paper was,
Yeah.
I saw the paper and I got all stressed out." So we have to teach the child coping skills, that it's okay. You need to calm down. You need to develop that confidence in yourself, and you need to be sure, and you need to put across your ideas, your words in a very, very expressive way. So a few important skills which, in terms of being a successful student, are also required. So I think these are a few skills which I feel are of vital importance.
Absolutely, ma'am. They were, I think we can count those skills into essential soft skills that should be taught
Yes.
to a student
There's
in the
another
school.
skill, the skill to adapt and to be flexible.
Yeah.
So when we talk of a growth mindset, that's extremely important. Like we all say, change is the only constant. So I need to adapt, I need to learn, and I need to be flexible enough to be able to, sort of align my skills to fit into the job or the needs of a particular assignment or of a particular work which has been given to me. So that's also a very important skill. All of us did that during the COVID. We adapted, we unlearned, we relearned, and then we came up with such a fantastic new learning. And that is important, not to have a fixed mindset, but to be open and to have a growth mindset. So again, another very essential core skill. As we
Absolutely,
say,
ma'am.
teaching the child the power of yet. So that also comes as part of your flexibility, adaptability, and a mindset to change, to be open to change.
Thank you so much, Preeti ma'am. So moving forward, why do you think soft skills, are not a part of the school curriculum? And do you think it should be a part of school curriculum? And if yes, why?
I would actually disagree with you over there.
Yeah.
Soft skills are a part of the school curriculum. They are not taught very explicitly, but they are taught in a very implicit way. So whether if it is an assembly, so where we teach, for example, what all the schools are doing right now is, celebrating the Azadi Mahotsav, or they are preparing for Independence Day, or maybe there's some other event which is celebrating the beautiful achievements of our freedom fighters, the memorable moments of our historical era. So those again build up. Those are done with the purpose of creating respect. So through assemblies, we are imbibing soft skills. Through group projects, we are imbibing collaborative skills where maybe a particular task is assigned. For example, a task of preparing a project on the tourist spots in your particular city or state. So there again, the child has to use his creative intelligence, which again becomes a soft skill, where maybe one becomes the narrator, one becomes the artist, one child becomes the tourist guide. So there again, we are imbibing teamwork. We are ensuring that the children are able to communicate. They are showing a creativity. Of course, they cannot be hardcore, or they cannot be separated as technical skills or as quantifiable skills, but every school has got their own programs. Whether it is, we talk about kind of a, it's no longer called a value education period, but definitely a period where children are made to talk about what their challenges are, or what we call something which we have in our school is called the Genius Hour project. So through the Genius Hour project, the children are able to pick up any one skill, any one talent that they are good at, and then they are given a platform to pitch their talent, to talk about how this has influenced them or inspired them. So there are a lot of activities. You have your in our school, we have something which we call the Bazigar project. We have something which we call the Shark Tank project. There again, it's all collaboration, teamwork, creativity, research skills. So maybe not in a very explicit way, like I was saying, but implicitly, conflict management, time management, integrity, to be honest to yourself, to your work, to take responsibility for something which you are doing, or maybe you have not done till now. All those are a part of the curriculum. And even nowadays, there is that there is an EQ and an SQ element or a component which has been added in various lesson plans. Just to explain one of them to you would be, or to share one with you, is the one which we do on the ill effects of poaching. You know, when we say we kill an animal for their skin, or we kill an animal for their body parts, only and only because we are here benefiting the materialistic aspect of a human being. Yeah. So there again, we teach them that, see, this is something which is not ethically right. Hence, we leave it to you. Whether you think it should be adapted, maybe as a future citizen, are you going to be a very ethical citizen? Then there are assignments where we give them an assembly, or we give them a topic like the war scenario. So a lot of these are done through assemblies, through inquiry based projects, through work assignments, through a kind of seminars which we have, through making them sit in groups, through group activities. So it is being done. I mean, I would definitely not agree with the fact that it's not being done. It is being done, but we need to sort of step it up. We need to make it more important, and give it a higher leverage than the marks or the completing of the curriculum, which is generally the focus, since that again remains a priority with the schools. So in different activities, in different subjects, in different ways, in different assignments, tasks, group work, we are embedding, and we are involving and including soft skills in the school curriculum. Also, things like community service, which is there as an essential part of most of the school programs. We are showing empathy. There's a development of a kind of a community service spirit in the children. They learn the spirit of caring and giving, and most important, gratitude. So they develop that sense of gratitude. And there are days where we in our school have the World of Work week, where we give an opportunity to the child to swap their roles. So that entire day, the children are made to do the work being done by the support staff, and that gives them a sense of gratitude that makes them feel and develops in them respect and love for all kinds of work. So these are unspoken, hidden ways and means layered in our school curriculum. Yeah. So definitely soft skills are being done, but not spoken so much about, or not highlighted the way they should be. So a very important tool for future readiness. Yes.
Absolutely, ma'am. That was, very wonderful explained by you. Why, the school curriculum should have soft skills, and it does have, So, would you like to tell us about the Bazigar thing and the Shark Tank thing you were just
Yes.
talking about that
So
you're
what? Absolutely. So this Bazikar project is an entrepreneurial project.
okay.
It's a young innovators project where what we do is we divide the grades, students from grade 7 to 12 into different teams, heterogeneous teams, because that's how they're going to be in the world outside. So it's not that friends are clubbed together, but they are divided in different groups and teams. They have a mentor. They are given a buddy, and then they decide on a project. They decide on a product which they would be working upon, building upon, and then on a particular chosen day, they would be selling that product or that idea or that concept. So it's almost like it's like a mini business model. So the school gives a kind of a seed money to every group to work upon their project, whatever the idea is. If it is, even if it is something like selling paper bags, which they make out of, the papers at home, or it's something like cloth bag selling. So they will sit together. One will do the kind of the skill work. A second member would be advertising that particular project. A third one would be making sure that there's enough publicity created so that their product sells when it is showcased on one particular day. So that's called the Bazigar Day in the school, where all the different teams set up their own stalls, as we call them, or showcase their the different ideas or concepts or products that they have designed over a period of 1 week. And then we have them assessed and judged based on a predetermined criteria, which includes innovation, flexibility, teamwork, collaboration, marketing skills. So all that is almost like a microcosm.
Yeah.
So at the microcosm level, you are actually replicating and contextualizing the outside world. And then we have each one, we also have a Bazikar that talking about the product. See, I can have a beautiful product, I can have a beautiful concept, but till I'm not communicating it, till I'm not having my maybe the customers coming and buying it, or having a kind of an expertise in terms of attracting audience, it will not sell. I need to have the selling skills as well to be able to make sure that my shop, my product, or my idea gets the maximum leverage and the maximum footfall. So this is something which has been very successful. And then we have the Bazigar of the school, where the student who's able to pitch his or her product, or his or her stall, or his or her complete assignment and task, gets the Bazigar crown.
Wow.
So it's almost absolutely. This is something which we started with younger kids also, but now it's caught up a lot because there's advertisement happening. So the products, we give them the assembly time to advertise their products, and therein after that we have the creative team create pamphlets, and then you have the final day coming in where you have the footfall happening, and then students trying to attract and invite as many parents or visitors to come and visit their stall or their product or concept. So definitely this is again life skills at work, because we do have a little bit of technical skill here, but then technical skill will only work when my other life skills are in place, my other soft skills are in place. So something wherein it's like a complete it's all-in-one activity where every aspect of a child's personality gets showcased. And the second one was Shark Tank, where again we give them we first of all have a kind of a discussion that it's more based on a problem solving design. So what is the problem? Identify a problem, discuss it, analyze it, find a solution, and then interpret the problem. So almost on the lines of what is being done in the very famous Shark Tank event or the Shark Tank show. And believe me, the children are very creative. They come up with such wonderful ideas that sometimes we feel that they are so young, but still they are so talented, and there's so much of they are a mine of talent, a mine of ideas. All that they need is a platform to be able to showcase it. So we need to move more from a marks driven priority to a kind of a school culture where you are actually giving equal importance and respect to skills Like you can have somebody with oratory skills, you can have someone who's good at team leading, there is someone who's good at being, intrapersonal skills he may be having, so he's good at designing something. So all that is required. And somewhere down the line, I think all the schools are doing it in their own way to ensure that we have responsible 21st century citizens ready to face the challenges of the world outside. And to, of course, to be able to also cope up with the different career options. We are not sure what career options they would be having, but we do know that there are stories where, children from the same college with the same marks go for the same job or the same role or the same profile, but it's only a few who get the job, or it's the few who land up with the job, while others somehow are not able to fit into the bill. So what the differentiator is, of course, that zing, that extra quality, that extra trait, which is not there. And today, as we are getting more interdependent, our traits, our personalities, our skills also need to get interdependent. So I cannot just say I'm a good communicator, but I should also have the confidence to be able to narrate, to be able to express. So those are things which are taught to the children and need to be taught to the children from the very beginning. Shouldn't wait for high school to come, because foundational years are just as important. And these children, the younger they are, the better they are to adapt, to be nurtured and groomed, because then it becomes a life habit with them. So it's not that, okay, we are teaching an extraneous quality to them, but it's imbibed. Even something like the circle time, which we begin with our lower grades, that's how we give them that space to share and to be able to express themselves. So a lot being done, not, I'm sure, not just in my school, but in other schools also. Everyone is doing it in their own way, keeping in mind the kind of students which they have, the environment which is there. So soft skills are the need of the hour.
Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. The projects, they do really sound very cool, and I know students would have students
Oh,
would
they love
love
it.
that. Yeah, they do love it. Thank you so much, Preeti ma'am, for being here. It was a very wonderful session with you. I hope you too did enjoyed it.
Of course, it's always a pleasure to share your ideas and views. And as we say, we learn from each other's experiences. And thank you, NTAB, for inviting me, and a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much. I hope I was able to share and maybe enrich
No,
the
ma'am, it was really
experiences as well.
wonderful. Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so
ma'am.
much.
And for all the viewers watching us out, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more stuff like this. Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.